anyway. Welcome. I don't know, copyright infringement if I do that. To Saturday Night Hockey Talk. King Angus, hey buddy, welcome in. You're the first one down for Price is Right. So Saturday Night Hockey Talk, there's no game tonight, so we can talk hockey for, I guess, till I get tired. I'm an old man, remember, I get tired early. Joe, David, woo! Hey, welcome in, guys. So what'd you guys think of that game? That was a good game. It was a little boring. I got to admit, their new style's a little bit boring, but boy, it has its moments. I think we're going to have tight games the rest of the way if they play this system. What's working now, David? My stream? Yeah. Sorry, started at 7:30 instead of 7. I said maybe 7:30. I'm doing pretty good. Pretty good. Glad to see that streak over. It's hard to do, hard to stay so upbeat when the team is freaking losing all the time. So, but no, I'm doing good. How about you guys? Everybody good? Everybody ready for, well, another set of back-to-back games? We're going to see Caden Primo. I'm predicting probably the Ottawa game in Montreal on Wednesday, I would have to think. Get another look at him, see how he's doing. I like what I saw from him. He was shaky in the first, but he definitely came around. Okay, Joe wants to go a bit off topic. Let's go, Joe. I believe if when Primo goes back to Laval, I think Lindgren should be called up. Well, I imagine that's going to depend on how Kincaid's doing. Definitely didn't have a good game. They lost 5-2. He gave up a goal on his first shot. Didn't really have a good game, but then again, apparently the defense in front of him in Laval did not have a good game, so that did not help. So, but I think that's going to depend on how Kincaid is doing. If he's still struggling, I got to agree with you. Let's see, Wi-Fi connection might be on and off. Sorry. So just hang in there. It'll come back. There it is. It came back. I'm back. Okay, let's see. Sorry, I know I'm a little... Oh, you know what? Let me get the chat up where I can freaking see it. Hang on a second, guys. I'll get to your questions. It's harder to see on the damn phone. Since there's no game, I should be watching it here. Make sure to turn my sound off. And let's see what we got here. And then I gotta go here. We're gonna do this here. And see what happens. Okay, my computer's back. Hey, I'm back. Woohoo! I'm back. Okay, anybody still here? Let's see what we got here for questions, and I'm going to answer them, and hopefully people will come back. It was a great game. I don't hate Senators anymore. You don't hate the Senators anymore, David? What's going on? David doesn't hate the Senators. It's going to snow. That's it, David. You're going to cause it to snow if you don't hate the Senators. Come on, man. Okay, King Angus. I'm good. Hoping to see you get 4 points in the next back-to-back. So am I. How confident am I? I think it's still going to be tight because I don't know if anyone's here, but I'm answering King Angus's question about getting 4 points in the next back-to-back set. So I kind of think that it's kind of iffy still. Their new system means they are not gonna. It's called low event hockey. Hey, Steven. So they're not taking the extra chances. The defensemen aren't pinching in like they were, stuff like that. So it's going to be tighter, not as exciting in general. And so we'll see how that goes. And I think they can win both games. Yeah. I don't know. I'm almost talking to myself. Who's here? Steven, you must be the only one still here. Okay, anyway, we're going to go like the room's full of people. Full of people. I see all kinds of people there. I pretend I'm Trump. Says one, but to me that's a million. I'm talking to a million people. Okay. Hey, George Cax was here. Hey, George. I keep faith. Hey, buddy. Welcome in. People are coming and going. My internet connection is kind of up and down. So if it goes out, just hang in there. It's coming back. I promise. Let's see now. By the way, anybody seen Tristan Jarry? Yeah, he played, I believe, the last game, and I'm not sure, but he did well, from what I understand. He's still doing well, and they have Casey DeSmith in the minors. I did a video about it, and they said that Casey DeSmith is probably the best bet if you're looking to make a trade to get a goalie as a backup. So that was Joe asking that probably before I went offline with the bad Wi-Fi. Hopefully it'll get better. Let's see. I haven't seen him play, Joe. I honestly haven't. Maybe he'll be playing on Tuesday, but I haven't seen him. But I hear he's good. That's why Casey DeSmith is in the minors, and quite frankly, that's a good goalie for a backup. He might not be a starter, but if he has to come in and play 4 or 5 games in a row, he's capable. He's burning it up apparently in the AHL. I think it's a good target, so we'll see. Usually, though, the ones we think they're going to target, they don't. No, you're right. You shouldn't give up. I probably jumped the gun with Drouin, but I came back to the other way. You're allowed to do that. Yay. Okay, now David still hates the Ottawa Maple Leafs. Why are they the Ottawa Maple Leafs now? Excuse me, my voice is kind of raspy. Okay, wait. Joe, I think Louis LeBlanc could have been better if given a chance to develop. We rushed him, though, unfortunately. Yeah, but okay, different management. It's all different management. Don't forget, that's a while back. Those guys were horrible. It was a horrible management team. And yeah, they did. They rushed him. Could he have been top line better? No. I think Louis LeBlanc could have been bottom 6 better. But yeah. Like Guillaume Latendresse. I got it right the first time. Wow. I usually get this guy's name wrong. Every time. So like Guillaume Latendresse, he came up and he was, because he's from here, he was like the next coming of God. And he was just so-so. Yep. Got to be very careful. This is the thing with Primo. You got to be very careful about rushing him. And then when he does come up and get a taste, you got to be very careful about your expectations of what he's going to do here and how long he's going to stay here right now and all that. You got to temper them big time. Let's see. Jerry had 2 shutouts in a row and has taken Murray's job he is the starter now. That's how good he's been. So there you go. So Casey DeSmith or Matt Murray, one of those 2 is going to be available. You got to think, right? Especially because they have cap issues too, Pittsburgh. So, they don't want to be carrying the extra goalie if they don't have to. David, I agree with you. I don't think Montreal Canadiens should trade for Taylor Hall either. I really don't. Even if they plug that hole on defense with a good trade, I still don't think they need Taylor Hall because everything is better going forward from the defensive end. Okay, I'm offline maybe. That'll solve a lot of the problems, and our offense is clicking already. So I don't see why we got to go after Taylor Hall before solving the problem with the defense. And believe me, there is a problem on defense. The way the system is playing right now, very safe. It's not a good way to play all season. They've got to get better so they can go back to a more aggressive way of playing. But for now, good coaching job. Man, it's coming in and out by Julian, and he's able to do that. Okay, just have patience with the connection. It's the internet, Wi-Fi. I can't. My phone only goes for Wi-Fi. Let me see now. Feels like the same thing with Sherbak. No, I'm not going to say that with Sherbak. Look how many chances Sherbak's had, and he's gone pretty quickly. So I think that's a player up here issue. Galchenyuk, on his last shot, I'm trying to wait out. Galchenyuk's on pretty much his last shot now. If he doesn't make it with Pittsburgh, who's going to want him? If he can't score 20 goals with Pittsburgh, and he's got, I think, 2, You know, how many coaches have got him wrong? I saw this was a quote. How many coaches have been coaching him or using him wrong? Come on. His father's the problem. Oh, wait. Who looked like Sherbeck and Galchenyuk? I'm not sure who you're comparing to there, Bill. Sorry. Hey, Nolan. Sherbeck was talented but never capitalized, though. He didn't have the greatest work ethic. I think the reason it didn't work out because of him, not really because of our development for him. I'm going to tell you something funny. Maybe this has nothing to do with kind of hockey player he was, but first of all, he was more than likely just an AHL. That was his peak, AHL. That's what I think. I saw, you know how they do these videos about showing the players at home what their apartments or homes look like? I think it's called Habs Cribs or something like that. So I'm watching an episode from a few years ago. This must have been 6 months ago or a year ago I watched this. And it's Nikita Sherbeck and his girlfriend. And I never really saw him. I saw him play a couple of times, but I never really saw him without the helmet and the visor. Saw him. My first impression of him was, I don't like him. I don't like him. Something about him I don't like. And you're right, he didn't have the greatest work ethic. And I think his ceiling really was the AHL. He wasn't an NHL player, and I would not like this guy in person. Something about him, I instantly didn't like him. It has nothing to do with his hockey skills, but I think his hockey skills, he's an AHLer. Listen, some guys look great in OHL and even the AHL, and they come up here to the NHL and they don't make it. So it happens. And if he was really good, somebody else would have got that out of him. He would have turned it around to some extent, I think. Let's see. He didn't do anything in the KHL. The KHL team did put him on waivers. And that's it. He's out. He's, you know. Now, granted, the KHL is a good league. And I haven't heard about, I might have even missed it, but I didn't see anything about him getting picked up anywhere else. Yeah, David, you're right. A left side puck moving defenseman for the first pairing. We need a first pairing one, which means there's so much talk of young guys. And yes, Romanov, when he comes in next year, is going to be a young guy. I get that. But if you're going to go out and trade for somebody to fill that hole on the left side, and you're going to give up stuff for him, I want to see them get a guy that's got experience, that's been around a little bit, and is going to come in and do the job of that first pairing, puck-moving offensive defenseman to mesh with Weber. And that's going to make a big difference when you got a guy that's playing the big minutes, that can move the puck, you know, like first pass, get it out of there kind of guy. Oh, what a difference that makes. What a difference. And Montreal's a good transition team. They're a good offensive team. It's going to make a big difference. So that's why I don't worry about, you know, all the Taylor Hall. We've got offense coming. I see Nolan's mentioning Golkofeld. And, you know, he's coming. What's his ceiling? If I'm going to be like, if I want to be a Habs heart and rose-colored glasses, you got to say 100. But no, that's not realistic. A realistic ceiling for Golkofeld is probably 70 to 80 points. I think that's probably a realistic ceiling if he hits and he's as good as we think. Okay, it's gone already. Let's see now. Did I miss anything? No. The Leafs are beating the Blues 4-1. That's okay. You know, I said it when they fired him and they put Keefe in. They're going to go on a honeymoon. They're going to win a few games. They did. And then their team is going to show what their team is. And it is. They're no better than us. They're struggling. They're going to have little bits where they win, little bits when they lose. Right now, before tonight started, we were 2 points ahead, and 30 games played each team. So we'll see how that goes. I always like to keep track and be ahead of Toronto at the end of the season. That's kind of a thing. I don't like to be behind Toronto. Where was I? Well, then, let's stop wasting first-round picks. I mean, it seems like we're going to pick someone in the first round. We should play them more than 9 games and wipe our hands with them. I'm not sure, Bill, what you mean by wipe our hands with them. And the 9-game thing, instead of, setting them down, that's a waiver thing. So if they play 9 games, you can send them down, no waivers. If they go past the 9 games and play 10, it's a waiver. They don't look at that anymore. They're starting to look at whether they play 30 to 40 games. If they play, say a guy was drafted last year, came in, he started to play, he played 40 games. When he's up for his RFA, his first year, he's eligible to be offer sheeted. If he didn't come in and play 40 games, say you did the 9 games and sent him down, or he played 20 games, he's not eligible for an offer sheet in the first year of his RFA. That's what the big difference is, and that's what they're looking at more than the 9 games. And this I heard, not because I know it from, I'm an insider, but it's from hearing the experts talk over the summer. And I think that's the big thing. But the 9 and 10 games now is for waivers. If you call somebody, like Hudon has to go back, I don't know I think for 24 hours on paper, and then he can come back up. If he's here, he was on his 9th game. If he played another game without going back down, he has to clear waivers. And I think on waivers, Hudon wouldn't clear at this point. He's playing a little better. There's a team out there who would give him a chance, I think. So I think that's why Montreal didn't want him to take a chance on clearing waivers and didn't want to commit to him staying here the rest of the year yet. So we'll see what happens with that. Wondering, yes, it's on. I'll wait till this comes out. If you're wondering why I'm in such a crazy mood, my back is out today. You know what that means? That means back meds, which kind of means I'm going to be a little crazy. Can't help it. It's either that or suffer in pain and I'll be in a bad mood and we wouldn't have any fun anyway. So I prefer, usually in general, I prefer not having pain in life. So when I have an option, I go. So just if you're wondering why does Rick look like that and his eyes are funny? Look at the eyes, they're funny. It's because of the pain meds. But hey, listen, that's life. If you saw my video for the review, I think I even sang at the opening of the video. So yeah, I'm in a good mood right now. The main thing is I'm not in pain. Okay, and it's a live stream, so I can do what I want on a live stream. Because, the boss of this channel, he doesn't like it when you fuck around on stuff. Yeah, you got to be careful because the boss, he might catch me. Okay. Why am I looking there now? I gotta read from over there. Okay. What did I miss? I can't. I'm trying to scroll like on the phone on my computer screen. Doesn't work like that. Where was I? Oh my God, you guys asked me a lot of questions. My God. Okay, there I was. Oh, okay, I'm back. Left-handed defenseman. I think Markov could have been a good pickup. No, I don't. Okay, hang on. I was offline there. No, Markov. I saw that question up there for somebody. Would it have made a difference to have Markov here? I don't know. I haven't really checked to see how he's doing in the KHL. So I don't know. I would say my opinion is no. Montreal's kind of made a bit of a commitment to go with younger players. So when I say bring in an experienced left side defenseman that's a puck mover, I'm not talking about a guy that's old like Markov, because I want somebody who can play the 82 games, right? So, and I want somebody hopefully with some term, like at least a couple of years of term left on the contract. And that'll give time for Romanov to come in and fit in and stuff like that. And we desperately need it this year. So if the target is to make the playoffs, they need to make a move. If they're not like, oh, well, we got to make the playoffs. If they're like, okay, if we make the playoffs, we do. If we don't, we don't. But they don't want to let us know that that's there, right? So they're kind of saying like, so they're going to make fake moves. Like, I have a feeling. That's why I said about Primo. I hope it's not a distraction. And because they're not taking care of the defenseman. You know, give us this shiny new toy. Oh, look, Caden Primo. And we're not thinking about, you know, and they're working in the new system, yeah. But from experience, that system that they're using now of playing it safe isn't really a playoff contending team way of playing it. What I mean by that is, yeah, you could say the New Jersey Devils played the trap and they won the Stanley Cup. Yeah. But I don't know, and I don't think they're playing the trap, but you're not supposed to play the trap anymore. I think it's against the rules. There's a different form of it. But I just don't think they have the ability to have Sherratt playing 30 minutes a game and not trusting the other three guys and only having three defensemen playing. I don't think you can do that anymore. Maybe in my day you could do that because it wasn't as fast, it wasn't as talented, skill level and all that. It's a different game today. I don't think you can rely on three defensemen for the next 50 games and think that you're going to win. So it's kind of imperative that somebody steps up. One guy kind of has. I think Brett Kulak has brought his game back up, and he's playing a lot better, like Brett Kulak should play. So, and I've been a Kulak backer, so I'm glad to see that, and that'll help like big time right now. Sorry guys, I'm losing my voice. I don't think I've been talking excessively a lot today, but I probably have. I was out earlier, so you know. I'm unstable again. How do they know I'm on painkillers and I'm unstable?